Talking about confidence is about as useful as explaining quantum mechanics via interpretive dance. I unfortunately did not write down who said that, but I love that quote and I think it's really appropriate because it is kind of a hard thing to discuss because what is it? I mean, really, what is it? And where's the line between confidence and arrogance? Anyway, um, a friend asked me a few years ago to address this subject, and my first response was, "Oh my gosh, I'm not qualified to talk about that. I have so much work to do on myself." But then I thought about it and I understood why she asked me because I have come such a long way and she's seen that. Um, it's still a struggle. You guys need to understand we got health issues like up to here. Thank goodness I still have a sense of humor because it's so ridiculous how many weird, it's all weird stuff. But in addition to fibromyalgia and Hashimoto's, which is autoimmune of your thyroid, I have really bad eye issues. I've got severe adrenal issues. In fact, I managed at one point to kind of crash my whole endocrine system. Some of it has recovered, but not all of it. But you know, I my body composition is not where I would like for it to be. However, I still have a pretty good body image. Why? Because I learned I needed to be grateful. Look, having a good body image, all it means is that I accept myself for where I'm at. And yeah, I would like to look a little bit better. I would like to be a little bit leaner and more compact, but I'm grateful for all the cool things that my body lets me do. Like I get up and I dance every day. I can play with my dogs. I love to cook. I can cook. Why? Because my body allows me to. My body facilitates all that. I can go hug my dad. Things like that, your body lets you do all that. You like smelling flowers? You like enjoying the sunshine? Guess what? You wouldn't enjoy those things if you didn't have your body, right? So instead of coming down on your body about all the things you dislike about it, you need to start celebrating the things that your body lets you do. And I'm going to just check and see. I'm hoping that my friend will tell me. And I haven't heard anything. So I am going to assume that I have sound now. Ha ha ha. Anyway, um, you need to know that this is essential for self-esteem. God, and I used to hate my body so much. But why? Why do we do that to ourselves? Having a good body image, it doesn't mean that you don't think there's room for improvement. It just means that you think, hey, not bad for an old gal. Not bad for all the things I put my body through. I can't be pissed at my body. I'm the one who did this. Most of my weight is my body trying to say, hey, excuse me. Hello, there's something wrong with you. But I blew it off. I don't want to disparage the medical community here. I don't. Because for most people, this is a great place. You don't need to, you don't need to worry. You can get good medical care here. But if you have weird stuff going on, a small isolated community obviously is not a good place to be. And I would go to the doctors and say, there's something wrong. No, there's not. Well, no, but there is. I know there is. There's something wrong. Anyway, that acceptance of your body, that acceptance of yourself, it's absolutely essential for your self-esteem. And you know what? If you have a negative body image, it's a big sign that you don't accept yourself. Your weight, your clothing size, your whatever, none of that defines you unless you choose to allow it to. Signs of, excuse me, not a sign, but an impact of a negative body image, it leads to a lot of mental health issues, depression, anxiety, eating disorders. Oh, I've gotten a lot better, but oh my gosh, I used to have the most horrifically disordered eating. But and I was so pissed the other day when I realized, because I'd been working on it and working on it and working on it. And then I realized, oh my God, I fell back into my old pattern of emotional eating. Well, of course I did. I just lost my mom a year ago. My dad almost passed away twice, a year before my mom passed away. Like my dad got sick out of nowhere. He was perfectly healthy in January, February. Bam! Really weird autoimmune disease out of nowhere. Damn near killed him twice. The second time, because they'd missed the diagnosis the first time. But I have no idea what my point was. Oh crap, I hate it when I do that. Brain fog, what are you gonna do? I will say that's one thing. There's not a lot of advantages to having fibromyalgia, but one thing, no matter how dingy something I do is, oh, it's brain fog, sorry. It's a great excuse. But, oh, I know what my point was. I fell back off the wagon. I fell completely off the wagon with my emotional eating because I was under all this pressure and all this stress. I mean, then COVID, and I thought I was going to lose my job, and then I do such a good job that they gave me mine back and somebody else's. But I fell back into the old eating disorder because I was so stressed. So of course that kind of stuff is going to happen. Look, I had disordered eating for most of my life. Just because I got a grip on it for a couple of years, that doesn't mean it's done. It just means I know how to fix it. I just have to I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying enough attention. That's how I fell into old habits. But if you don't have a good body image, your self-esteem sucks. And it's really hard on your relationships. Why? Because if you don't like the way you look, if you're not comfortable with your body, then you have a fear of intimacy. And that is going to be hard on any relationship. The impact of a positive body image. Look, again, it's not saying that you don't see room for improvement. It just means that you're okay with, you know what? I'm all right like this. I like myself just as I am. It means your desire for change, it's not ego driven. You know that losing, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever it is for you. If you have a healthy body image, you know that's not going to be some weird magical keys to the kingdom. It's not, okay? If you don't have a good body image, if you are not a confident person, I don't care if you dropped 50 pounds tomorrow when you got out of bed, just woke up and bam, it was gone. Which wouldn't that be great? But don't work that way. But wouldn't that be great? But you know what? If you have low confidence, that's not going to matter. All you're going to do is find something else to beat yourself up about. You will continue to nitpick yourself and nitpick your body. And I say that as someone who has been really tiny and has been pretty damn big. You are going to nitpick yourself regardless. You just find different things to pick on yourself about. Your self-worth, don't tie that to the size of your jeans or to the number on the scale. That's just a part of who you are. I really hope you have a lot more to offer the world than just your physical appearance. People with a good body image are more likely to be confident and self-aware. And you know what else? They have healthier relationships. So how do you fix it? Well, first you need to know that this is a pretty universal problem. Men and women deal with this. And I will tell you, I can't believe I'm going to repeat this after not having sound the first time, but because this does not make me look like a good person. But when I was younger, I was petty and childish. And when I first found out men had body image issues too, honestly, my response was, good. They deserve it. Guys, you don't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. But it is a pretty universal thing because, men are under just as much pressure. Hell, Hugh Jackman in Wolverine, Hugh Jackman doesn't even look like Hugh Jackman did in Wolverine. That was just one small slice of his life, and he trained his ass off for that. And he really leaned up his diet. And I've read several places that those actors and actresses that get ripped like that for a movie, they're dehydrated most of the time they're shooting. That's not healthy. Excuse me. You need to exercise. If you want to fix your body image, you need to exercise, not necessarily because you want to lose weight, but because it's going to boost your mood. It's going to boost your confidence. For me, it's my Xanax. It's my Prozac. If I didn't exercise, I'd be a complete loon. It gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment. And if you're like I used to be, I had no idea how to set goals. Exercise taught me a lot about setting and achieving goals. Long-term side effect, your overall health is going to improve. And chances are, unless you do have health issues out the wazoo, You're going to become smaller, leaner, and more compact. You need to pay attention to your appearance. Now, ladies, I'm not saying you need to be the high heels and makeup girl. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, excuse me, our appearance is a very huge piece of nonverbal communication. And you got to present yourself. How do you want people to treat you? That's how you need to present yourself in the world. First impressions are everything. I was at a conference years ago, and it was funny because the keynote speaker was saying something about dressing for success, and there was kind of this ripple through the crowd of, and he's like, oh, don't even, because you judge people on their appearance the exact same way that you are judged on your appearance. And of course we are. That's literally your first, those are your first cues on what kind of person that you're encountering. What kind of interactions are you going to have with them? You just need to be aware of what message you're sending out to the world. Do you want the world to think that you're slovenly and that you care so little about yourself? You look like you got dressed maybe out of your dirty clothes hamper or out of the pile of clothes in the floor? Don't do that to yourself. It's not that hard to put in, just a little effort. Be clean. I work with a woman who had to talk to her secretary about hygiene twice. If you had to talk to me about my hygiene once, I'd have been so damned embarrassed. There'd be no way it would ever happen again. But, and I knew the secretary. Amazing person. One of the kindest, truly kindest people I've ever met. But it was an issue for her. And people, yeah, sure, you got to know her and you loved her. And you could overlook a lot of that. But people who didn't know her, they judged the hell out of her for it. Just like we all do. It's easy to get on your high horse and say, oh, I'm not that kind of person, but bullshit. Yes, you are. You may not want to admit it. You may not even like yourself for it, but that's human nature. Another way to fix it, your posture. Pull your shoulders back. Hold your head up. Why the hell are you walking around with your head down anyway? You should face the world you should be ready to face the world. Throw those shoulders back. Hold your head up high. And gosh damn it, walk around like you own the place. It matters. It really does. Where your mind goes, your body follows. Think about it. Think about that, because when you were younger, you probably did what I did, called in sick when you weren't really sick. You wanted to go hang out with your friends instead of going to work. And so you kind of rehearse before you call your boss, and you make sure that you sound terrible. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. There's no way I can come in today. I'm so sick. Then you hang up that phone and, oh crap, I don't feel that good. Because your mind just convinced your body that it didn't feel good so that you could make a great sell to your boss that you were too sick to work that day. Where your mind goes, your body follows. So face the world with a little confidence, with a little bit, hell, have a little bit of attitude, not a bad attitude, but a little bit of attitude, a little sass, a little spunk. You only get one shot at this life. So why on earth, why are you approaching it with your head down and your shoulders slumped forward like you don't want to be here? If you don't want to be here, fix your damn life. You are really a fortunate person. You have electricity. You obviously have internet or something. Chances are you've got running water. You've got a roof over your head. Do you have any idea truly how fortunate those things make you? I live in a state that's pretty unique. Most of our outlying communities don't have any infrastructure, which means there's no running water. Think about the implications of that if there's a house fire and there's no running water in your community. There's not much your neighbors can do to help you. If you don't get out, sorry, sucks to be you. So if you have those things, you should be grateful. And if you're grateful, then damn it, act like it. Hold your head up high. Fake it till you make it with your confidence. But have a little pride. And just fix it. For goodness sakes, just fix it. One of our greatest gifts in this world, in this life, is our ability to change. If you don't like your body, accept responsibility and change it. You know what? I'm going to be real level with y'all here. You know what my lack of responsibility has been? My nutrition. Oh, I talk a good talk about, oh, my diet's so good. And my diet is a lot better than it used to be. But because of my health situation, I can't be as lax as most people can about their eating plan. I have to be pretty damned rigid. And it's just the way it is. There's no point. Sorry, I should not have parted my hair in the middle and I should not have left it down, but it's too late now. But you've got to accept responsibility for where you're at. And you know what's really cool? In the digital age, in the information age, you can get online and you can find all kinds of information about different workouts, about different eating protocols. So you can find a fitness routine that really speaks to your heart. You can, dancing. I absolutely love to dance. I need zero accountability to get up and dance. You know what I need accountability with? Here's another thing that I don't do to fix my situation. I need to lift weights. I need to lift weights. I know I do. My medical team has all told me that I do. I don't enjoy it. I have two bad shoulders and I get super impatient with lifting weights and I just, damn it, I should be able to do more than this. And I try to go too heavy and I hurt myself and then I get mad and I quit. And that's been my, that's been my approach to weights for the past several years. And it's not a good one. I don't recommend it, but you know, that's just where I'm at. I know what I need to do to fix it. I'm just not accepting the responsibility to fix it right now. So you know what else I'm not doing? I'm not bitching about it. You know what else you can do? You can learn how to dress for your size and your shape, and you can accentuate things you want to accentuate, and you can, is decentuate a word? You can downplay parts that you want to downplay. I'm not telling you to go buy a whole new wardrobe, okay? But you can do a little research and you can figure out how to buy a few really key pieces that you can mix and match and blend in with the rest of your wardrobe that'll make a huge difference in your appearance. And you know what that kind of thing does for your confidence? It's really good for you. Just fix it. Look, you can't, there's somebody out there, I promise, there's somebody out there who needs whatever it is that you have to offer the world. Now, you may not know what that is. You may not be aware of your gifts. It's something a lot of us struggle with, but somebody needs you. You can't let a lack of confidence dim your sparkle. Your weight, your clothing size, your body composition, none of that defines you unless you allow it to. And why would you? I mean, frankly, my weight, my body size, like probably some of the most least interesting things about me. So why in the hell should I get hung up on that? I shouldn't. And neither should you. Anyway, hopefully, hopefully this has sound tonight, because if it didn't, I have no idea what the hell is wrong. I checked everything. I tested it. I tested my microphone. Well, which is just the computer mic. But anyway, so crossing my fingers that this worked. Y'all have a great night. I will be back Wednesday at 5 o'clock Alaska time. Thank you.